My name is Lori Stack, and today I'm going to show you how to create an advanced learning plan in Infinite Campus. Begin by logging into Infinite Campus using your district login. From your dashboard, you're now going to search for a student. Select the student's name or ID number and find the student. Highlight the student and go to the Index tab. From the Index tab, you now have several options. Under Student Information, you're going to go down to PLP, which stands for Personalized Learning Plan. Go to General, and now you have a summary of the student's demographic information. From here, you're going to start by creating the team members. This will populate all of the teachers attached to the student in Infinite Campus. You may add family members from this list or add other staff members in your building. Once you've created the team, you may now return to the Documents tab. In this list, you would see all of the previous plans associated with the student. To create a new plan, select New Document. For an ALP, there are other information that needs to be included, such as the referral form. You will find that under Create New Simple Forms. You also have the option to select ALP State Reported. That's step 2. To create a plan is step 3. So we're going to select Advanced Learning Plan and create document. Everything in red must be completed in order to save the document. However, there are other pieces of this document which are required by CDE. To start, select the start date and the end date, generally 1 year out. Name the plan and select the plan type. Plan type is generally whether or not the plan is continuing or it's an initial plan. Now select the learning areas addressed. For ALPs, that would be the area of giftedness. You can select more than one area of giftedness by selecting the white Pages icon and getting the drop down again. You also can just type in the area of need, or the area of strength if you happen to know what that is. When you're finished, save and continue. It now takes you to the next section of the plan, which is the student demographics. This information is auto-populated from Infinite Campus and you don't need to add anything to it. However, once the plan is created, if any of the student information changes, you can just refresh this information. Save and continue. You are now taken to the parent-guardian information. You do not need to do anything to this page as well, except to refresh it should this information change. Select Save and Continue. You are now ready to create the PLP team meeting. Select New Team Meeting and the information that's required. From here, you can also record the minutes of the meeting during the meeting if you would like. Save and continue. The next section is the goals and objectives. We're now ready to create a new goal by selecting New Goal. We'll begin by giving this a sequence number. The first goal would be number 1. The goal name will relate to the area of giftedness. I can see if I select the white Pages icon that it's asking me to again select the area of giftedness, and I may now manually write the student's goal. The next section is current performance. By selecting the icon, going to ALP, I can now see that I need to select one of these areas if it applies to the student. It does not, so I'm going to leave this area blank. Success Indicators has no templates available, so nothing is required. However, in any of these areas, if I don't have information but would like to add something, I certainly have the option to do so. The next section is goal assessment criteria. I also see there is nothing and can add something if I so choose. Save and continue. This information is now ready for the services. However, I know that there are some things I need for the objectives. I'm going to return to the Goals and Objectives tab. I can now see the goal that I wrote for the student. If I click on that, I now have the option here in the right to create a new objective. Select New Objective, and you'll now be taken to the next section of the goals. So since this is the first goal, it was number 1, I'm going to sequence this objective number 1 also. The objective name I'm also going to put as the area of strength for the student. And if I select the white pages icon again, I can see that the objectives for ALPs is at the top. I need to determine if this is an academic or an affective goal. So I'm going to choose academic. I can now select the icon next to instructional strategies. I can now choose if it's an academic delivery option or if it's an affective goal, an attribute. I have many options, and I can select as many as I choose, or I can also type in the strategies in the box. The next section is the assignments and activities. What more significant assignment and activity could there be than the family support? Select as many as apply. However, you will have to return to the icon to add additional comments. Or you can have the option to type it in yourself. The next section is resources. These are related to career and post-secondary planning. And it says, please record programming experiences. So this piece wants you to type in specifics related to career readiness. The next section is the assessment criteria. I see there are no templates for ALPs, so I do not need to fill this section out. However, if there are specific assessment criteria I'd like to include in this plan, this is where I could type this in. The objective section is now complete, so I can save and continue. Now I'm in the services. If I select New Service Provided, it gives me the option to complete services based on the student's goal. Remember, everything in red must be completed in order to save. The student, I'm going to say, gets 30 minutes of direct support, 1 day a week. If I'd like this information to display on the ALP, I select this box and save and continue. The next section are the assessments. This populates all assessments the student has taken and has been recorded in Infinite Campus. If you'd like this to print on the plan as well, you can select this box. Then save and continue. Finally, we have the learning attributes. We have the academic strengths. There are no templates, so you may choose the strengths if you would like. The next are the needs. We also have no templates, so the needs section is optional. And the learner's learning style has no templates as well. So you can see I have ones for 504 and replans, but none for ALPs. However, if there is any additional information you would like to put in this category, you certainly may. That is it for the ALP. If you notice up at the top, we also have ALP progress monitoring. I'm going to click on that box. See now that we can record specific information related to the student's goal and the progress that they are making. From here you can select the goal. The date auto-populates and the time auto-populates, but you can certainly change that. And the rubric is now set based on the student's progress. Because this information is not required, it is important to include a comment so that people understand what exactly it is the student is making progress towards. When I save, I can now see that that progress monitoring note is captured in this box. I can return to the Documents tab and now see the student's plan. Once the plan is completed and ready to go, you want to be sure to lock it. Select Lock and Unlock. OK. And now we see that the plan is locked. At any time, if we see that there's information that was inaccurately entered into the plan, we can unlock the plan, go back in, change that information, and relock the plan to activate it. However, do not go in and reset dates or extend dates instead of creating new plans. When this plan expires, it's important that the next plan follow it. And that is all. If you have any questions, please contact me, Lori Stack, at the Department of Accountability and Data Reporting, or one of your GT leaders or TOSAs. Thank you.